Hey everybody, welcome to the Vibe Exchange with Terri. I am Terri Barnes and welcome to the Vibe Exchange, where every conversation is an exchange worth having. I am honored today to sit with somebody that I have been knowing since childhood. He is an ex-police officer for DC. Retired DC police officer and author of Lorton Penitentiary. Rules are meant to be broken. Jay is also ex-correctional officer, right. Retired correctional officer from the Lorton Penitentiary. Y'all welcome him. What's happening?
Not much. How you doing, Terri?
I'm good, man. I can't complain. It's such an honor to sit with you. Jay and I haven't seen each other since junior high school. Junior high school. Yeah. And I don't know if I'm friends with somebody on Facebook or something, but somehow I saw that you were writing a book or that you had released a book, and I was interested in it. So, I purchased the book, read the book, reached out to you, and here we are.
Thank you for having me, Terri. I appreciate your support.
Yes, absolutely. Definitely. So tell me about Jay Jefferson.
Well, Jay Jefferson was born in Southeast DC. Started off in a 2-bedroom house, nine of us, 7 kids. I had a hard-working dad who worked tirelessly to get us out of that environment.
Yeah.
Moved us right across the line to Capitol Heights, where we both met.
Yeah.
My mother, she was another hard-working person. She was the master of the house.
Okay. All
she
right.
dished out all the beatings, kept us in line while my father, he did the long hours. So, that's Jay Jefferson.
Okay. Awesome. So Jay Jefferson ends up at a correctional facility, the notorious Lorton Penitentiary. How did that happen? Like, what drove that?
It wasn't in my plans. Nobody grows up wanting to be a correctional officer, right? So I was in college at the time.
Okay.
And my girlfriend became pregnant.
Okay.
So I had to get a job. So I dropped out and I had these little jobs going on. We had a neighborhood guy named Brian Caesar. I don't know if you know him.
I do remember the name.
Yeah, Brian Caesar. He came to me one day, like, Jay, what you doing? And I told him. He's like, man, I work down low and it's a government job. And he said, man, you should give it a try. And the crazy thing about it is I used to have friends locked up down low.
Yeah.
I used to go and visit, right?
I hear you.
But I never thought I'd be working there. So I ended up putting in the application. And they accepted me. And that's why I ended up at Lorton. The crazy thing about it is, my last name is Jefferson.
Yes.
Right. And I grew up watching the Jeffersons.
Okay.
So had it not been for me dropping out of college, I had plans of opening up laundromats.
Yeah. That's good money though. So I hear.
Yeah, but sometimes y'all work in mysterious ways and I'm glad it worked that way.
Yeah.
Because it made me the person I am today.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What were some of the challenges, though, in getting this job at Lorton? Were there challenges you faced? Were there roadblocks?
The thing about me, Terri, is, the type of friends I had coming up. But even though they were into certain things, I wasn't into them.
Yeah.
I always been an independent thinker.
Yeah.
So I didn't have any roadblocks because, like I say, I played the sidewalk. I'm street smart, but I'm not street.
Yeah,
my friends are in the street.
For sure.
I'm street smart, but I played the sidewalk, so I didn't have any problems getting there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So walk me through what a day at Lorton as a correctional officer. What does that feel like? What was that like?
Well, I'm gonna start from the beginning, right? My first day, I was so nervous when I got out of my car. my knees buckled. My knees buckled. I was scared. I was terrified. I was scared to go in there. But,
Yeah.
I made a promise to myself. I said, I'm going to go in here. I'm scared, but they would never know it.
Yeah.
And when I went in there, I didn't show no fear.
Yeah.
I was scared, but they didn't have the opportunity to see it, Terry. Because one thing about prison, if you show any fear, they gonna pounce on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Men respect men, and I went in there and I was on man time.
Yeah, which is interesting because in a conversation with your brother a little earlier, you had mentioned that you were more of an introvert. So that surprises me that an introvert would want a job at the Lorton facility. I do get that you were trying to provide for your child, right? But being an introvert, I just don't correlate the two. Lorton Penitentiary, being an introvert, right? I would think that, those are guys in there would intimidate you a lot. How does somebody that's an introvert like woof up and get enough of whatever it takes for you to not buckle and walk in there with confidence?
That's a good question, Terry. Even though I'm an introvert, this is what prison will do to you, all right? I knew going in there, I mean, like I said, I'm not street, but I'm street smart.
Yeah.
And in prison, only the strong survive.
Okay.
So when I walked through that gate, I knew that. So I went in there like a man.
Okay.
Even though I was scared, but I didn't show it. And I might have got lost in your question, but
It's okay.
the thing about me, I can adapt.
Okay.
And what Lorton taught me, Lorton's going to teach you, working in a prison, you're going to find out who you really are. It's going to push you to your boundaries. So if you're a mouse, that's going to come out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If you're a man, it's going to come out.
Yeah.
So it taught me, it made me really realize who I was. So I actually grew up in prison because I learned a lot of lessons in there. And actually, it's a lot of good people locked up.
Yeah. I can believe
There's
that.
a lot of good people locked up. And a lot of people don't know that. So Lorton was a blessing for me because when I came, nobody goes into prison, comes out the same.
Yeah.
It's humanly impossible.
Yeah.
And I was down there for almost 10 years.
Wow.
So when I went in, I didn't know who I was. But when I came out, I knew exactly who I was.
Yeah. And he means when he went in working and coming out retired. Let's make that clear. He is not a prisoner.
Absolutely. And Lorton forced you to realize who you were. So it was actually a blessing in disguise.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have another question. If you were not in Lorton working, and that cleaning business didn't take off, what would be the next opportunity for you? Did you think that far ahead? Okay, if this job at Lorton doesn't work out, if I can't get this a cleaning business off the ground, because we know I grew up in Capitol Heights too, and trust me, Capitol Heights was just as notorious as Lorton. So you know the people we grew up around. There were many opportunities for, I'm sure, both of us to get involved in different things that probably would not allow us to be where we are here today. How did you escape that? How did you get through that
You're
era?
absolutely right. And I'm going to say this. Probably 90% of our neighborhood went to prison.
Yeah.
Or got caught up on drugs.
Yeah.
And, but I've always been an independent thinker.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know where it come from. And, I sit down and I try to what made me like this?
Yeah.
And I think, with me giving this serious thought, it's just me watching. I had a hardworking father.
Okay.
He worked day and night. It was 7 of us.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If he didn't work that way, we would have still been in Southeast.
Okay.
So I think by me having that my father there, going out working day and night, and me seeing that, I think it played something on my psyche,
Yeah.
you know. And I might have got lost in your question, but you know what? I didn't think at that time. I didn't think any further than
Yeah.
Lorton or
Yeah.
the laundromat. So,
Yeah.
and one thing about me, if I put my mind to it, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
So my laundromat would have definitely worked out.
Yeah, I think that's too where we differ. I had an aunt that was maybe 2 years, well, she's still around, but 2 years older than me. So I always wanted to hang out with her and her friends. I would follow them around. They got me to smoke cigarettes and, just doing things, dumb things. But my thinking also, I would say I was an independent thinker because I already knew what I wanted to do later on, right? So, and I won't get into that because this interview is about you, but I do understand that and being able to navigate through, being a kid in Capitol Heights and escaping all of the things that weren't good, right? We were able to do that. So,
what was crazy is like I say, most of my friends did drugs.
Yeah.
But we be out there and they be doing what they do. And when they pass the joint, if I'm standing there, they don't offer it to me. They gonna pass it to. They gonna pass because they knew where I was. They gonna pass the joint to the next person.
And that's an awesome characteristic to have, though. You know what I'm saying? Because there are just certain things also that my either family member or friends they're not going to do around me because they know they know you, right? They know you. So yeah, I get that.
Yeah,
so let me ask you though. What is the toughest thing you had to experience being a guard or a correctional officer at Lorton?
Well, that's a good question.
Thank you.
And the toughest thing, I'm going to say this. If you're not willing to fight, show that you got heart, that's not the job for you.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you're gonna have to.
Yeah.
But you have to be willing because it's gonna come a time where someone's gonna test you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's gonna happen right away.
Yeah.
So
what was your first test? Give me that story.
Okay, my first test, well, they gonna talk trash to you all day. And I say, if you want to fight every day, that's the job for you.
Yeah.
But who want to go to work and fight every day? So you got to be smart.
Yeah.
You got to pick your battles, right?
Yeah.
But when I was new, was this one dude. He was a big dude. He was kind of heavy set. He wasn't muscular, and he used to talk trash to me all the time.
Yeah.
Right. And I used to say little stuff back to him, but I was really trying to focus on learning my job.
Yeah.
So I didn't say too much to him, but I think I might have been in Lorton for like a month at the time. And it was very stressful because you get into conflicts all day. So this particular day I came in, and I talk about this in my book, he had said something to me, and I don't know if I can curse.
You can curse.
But I said, no, and I'm going to disrespect him today. I already had the plan. So when he said what he said to me, I called him a bitch.
Okay.
Right? And I did it on purpose. I called him a bitch.
Now this is an introvert and somebody, anyway.
So when I called him that, he said, if you think I'm a bitch, he said, come see me in this room. And I was in this dormitory called 2 Down.
Okay.
And they had I can't remember, I think it was like a laundry area or something. It's like 12 by 12, 14 by 14. So when he offered me, he said, if you think I'm a bitch, come in this room. And I walked in that room.
Lord.
Because I was ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't scared of him. I was just more focused on trying to learn my job.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't raised like that. I was raised with men. So he came in the room and we threw our hands up. And then he stopped. And he said, know what? I don't want to get in any more time fucking you up.
Okay.
And I said, nah, you gonna get fucked up.
Right.
And then he walked out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you got to have moments like that because other inmates going to see that.
Yeah.
And they're going to say, well, okay, this dude ain't scared. And that's the only way you can get respect in a prison. You have to be willing to actually throw down.
Yeah.
And that's not only for officers, that's for inmates.
Yeah.
And like I said, that's the only way because in prison, respect isn't given to anyone.
Yeah.
It's not given to a new inmate. It's not given to new officers. The only way you're going to get it is going in and earn it. And And I was willing to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was more scared of not being respected than getting my ass whooped.
Right.
That's just me being real.
Yeah. So I would assume though that having moments like
And I
that,
had a lot of them moments.
I'm sure it's prison. I'm sure those type moments though assisted in you pivoting and going into the police force, which is
Actually, that's not why I pivoted.
really.
No, it had nothing to do with that.
You gotta tell me about
This
that.
is the thing about Lorton. When I was new, maybe for my first year and a half, I had to earn my respect, and it's not given overnight.
Okay.
But by that year and a half, I had earned it. So after that, it's me walking in the Lord, like me walking into your house.
Okay.
Even though I understood what might occur, the violence, it was no fearing.
Yeah.
You know, because I was used to it.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm gonna say about prison. You have to learn. It's a certain code. It's a certain. Let me see. I'm trying to. Prison have a certain rhythm. That's what I say. A certain rhythm, and once you learn that rhythm, you can dance with it.
Okay.
You know, and I'm putting it in that term because I know you in the music.
Yeah.
But once you learn that rhythm, I'm tangoing. You know what I'm saying?
You ready to dance, huh?
Yeah, and this is the thing. I'm going in, and what I did like about it, I'm gonna tell you what I did like about working there, Lord, because by me saying this, I actually end up enjoying it.
Okay.
Because I enjoyed the conversations.
Okay.
And a lot of them guys, man, they like dudes in our neighborhood. So I had conversations, and I'm gonna say this: some of them are my best friends today.
I was getting ready to ask you though, the very thing. Do you feel like your presence there had any type of impact on any of the prisoners? You know.
Yeah, definitely. Let me tell you, I was, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm not tooting my.
Yes, you are. Go ahead.
No, I'm not tooting.
Pop your shit.
But I was very respected.
Okay.
You know, I got to the point where I was very well respected among them dudes.
Yeah.
And because I was fair, you know, I communicated with them, and I treated them like they was human.
Okay.
Because I don't look down on anyone. You know.
They are humans.
And that's the way I treat them. I treated them like I treated everybody else. So, along with me not being scared of them, I treated them fairly.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
So why the police department there? Why DC?
Well, like 2 years before I left, the Federal Bureau of Prisons, my best friend at the time, wife, she worked for the Federal Bureau of Prisons.
Okay.
And they was talking about the closing of Lorton for years, but we never believed it.
Yeah.
But she was on that transition team. And she said, Jay, this is actually going to close this time.
Yeah.
And she said, you need to start planning your next step. So I'm like, I'm in DC. What I'm going to do next? And my brother, he is already on the police department.
Okay.
But I have never.
Is that the one I spoke with?
One you talked
really?
Yeah,
that's interesting.
too.
Really?
Yeah, on the police
that is very interesting. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
I spoke to Jay's brother earlier because Thornell Jefferson, and I spoke with him because I could not believe, even though Jay and I went to junior high school together, I don't remember him being the person that's an introvert. I just remember the people that he hung around with. So it just surprised me that he would be this person. But anywho, carry on.
Yeah.
Did I get you lost?
Yeah, you got me lost.
So the question was, why DC police officer?
So my brother, he was on the police department.
Yeah.
And they made good money at the time. And then my DC government time would switch over.
Okay.
Because I had, and this is the thing, my younger brother, the one you talked to, he always wanted to be a police.
Really?
Yeah, he always wanted to be a police. He knew what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
But so I just thought it would make sense.
Yeah.
So I went on and switched over.
Okay. So what was that like? What was I would ask you, what was like the, I guess, training like, right? Because what is it called? The academy. You go to the academy. Were there challenges for you from coming from Lorton and going into, the police academy? Was that, a big difference? What
Very
was
big
that
difference.
like?
Like the correctional academy was a breeze.
Okay.
It was a breeze. But when I walked in the police academy, it was like walking in a law school.
Okay.
We came out there with, we had books like this high. I'm coming. It was intense.
Yeah.
And at that time, I had been out of school for a while.
Okay.
So I forgot how to study, right?
Yeah.
You forget. So I had this young dude named Marvin Washington. He had just graduated from Bowie. And we was doing group study sessions.
Okay.
And this is the thing, I'm not a group person. So I wasn't picking up on anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, Marvin, I'm not picking up on this stuff. This is before our first test.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm not picking up on this stuff. He said, what you might need to do, he said, get some cue cards. You make cue cards. He said, write stuff down, get cue cards. So I ended up getting the cue cards, writing stuff down and going off on my own.
Yeah.
I'm an introvert, going off on my own. And once I did that, I ended up coming out there with like a B average.
Okay.
But the the police academy was really intense. I had to really focus.
Okay.
You couldn't be in the academy and leave and go home and go out and party. You had to come home and study.
Yeah.
Because they'll tell you people fell out every class.
Wow. So I would think that there are more things for a police officer to have to retain, like laws. You need to know the law, and you need to
so much. And nobody knows it all. So you have to. This is another thing. When you're on the street, you're not gonna know it all. So you have to call people, because you got people who specialize in different things. So I might have something. It might be maybe something dealing with traffic, and I might not know it at the time. So I have to get on the phone and call somebody who knows it. So, because it's too much to retain.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's just too much. So you have to always study.
Yeah.
Stay on top of things.
Yeah.
It was totally different.
Yeah.
It was totally different.
So let me shift, and we'll get back to all of those things, but I want to talk about the book, because Jay wrote a book. Again, it's Lorton Penitentiary, Rules Are Meant to Be Broken. How did that come about? What convinced you to write a book?
Several things. I retired from the Metropolitan Police Department. And this is the thing. Day one, going on to the police department.
Yeah.
I said, when I retire, I want to be financially set where I don't have to work.
Yeah.
Right? So my whole focus is on that. So when I retired, I had everything set up. And I accomplished everything I wanted to accomplish financially. But I didn't think outside of that. So I'm sitting there at home, and I'm like, damn, I don't have anything. I don't have anything to do.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. I had started writing the book before I retired.
Okay.
But it was during COVID. My sister passed away from COVID. So I would write, I would stop, I would write, I would stop. And when I retired, I'm sitting there, and I'm like, you should revisit the book. So I revisited the book, and I got back into it, and I just completed it. But what made me write the book, another thing that made me write the book, people used to, when they found out I worked down Lorton, they used to always ask me questions.
Yeah.
And when I talked to them about Lorton, they're like, man, you should write a book. So that was always in the back of my head. So after I retired, I went on and finished it up.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome. So in your book, you talk about several situations. One situation in particular that I'd like to mention before, and I want to go back to the Lorton days, and you being able to think through a situation where you were faced with, right? You were faced with, hey, maybe you can come work for me over here, as opposed to going to be an officer, correctional officer at Lorton. Can you talk about that moment? Because I that was very interesting to me, especially knowing the neighborhood that we grew up in and all of that, and you being able to walk away from that,
Right.
and just everything happening for you at the right moment, right? Because God got a way of moving and shifting things.
Yeah.
So and He surely showed up for you in that moment. What was
And
that?
that's
You talk about that.
That's one of my favorite chapters. It's
Yeah.
called A Week to Decide.
Yeah.
And I had a good friend at the time named Randy McNeil. Right? You tell me if you know Randy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Randy was a very smart guy, very articulate, and very smart. And we was tight. We played little league football together. So, but we had lost communication. One day he pulled up my neighborhood. He started dating a girl in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
We kind of reconnected. And at that time, I had just had my daughter, and I was having a hard time finding a job.
Yeah.
Right. And I was working, but I wasn't really making too much. And we reconnected. And Randy used to take me everywhere with him, and he would always pay. So we had lost contact again. One day he just popped up in my door a few years later, and he was in his red BMW.
Yeah.
He had a Mustang at first, but now he in the red BMW.
Yeah.
You remember the crack era?
I do.
Was looking
Yes.
right. He pulled up in a red BMW, man. He was sharp, had the BBS wheels on, and he like, Jay, come take a ride with me, right? So I said, okay, cool. So I come take a ride with him. We ended up riding to his apartment in Hinesville.
Yeah.
And I had put him for the Department of Correction at this time.
Okay.
But I hadn't heard anything.
Yeah.
So we riding over, and as he talking to him, he like, Jay, I want you to come in business with me, right? And I'm like, what you doing, man? He like, man, I'm selling drugs.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the car, the way he's dressed.
Yeah.
And then we get to his apartment, and I seen all this money. And I put this in my book. It looked like about $200,000 was laying everywhere.
Yeah.
And also saw a gun.
Yeah.
And he's like, man, you like the only dude I trust. He said, I want you to come in business with me. And the money, just me looking at the money, I was very tempted. So I said, man, I have my daughter too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I said, man, give me a week to decide.
Yeah.
And I'll get back with you.
Yeah.
And within that week, the Department of Corrections called me.
Yeah.
And
that call saved your life pretty
my
much.
life because and I talked to Randy today. He like, Jay, I'm glad. He said, I'm glad that came through because he ended up getting indicted.
Oh Lord.
But he's doing well now.
Yeah,
he's doing well for
that's
himself.
awesome.
Married,
Yeah,
doing well.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah, so that was a very important chapter of the book.
Absolutely, I thought so
It was like
too.
a crossroad moment in my life.
Yeah.
And my life could have turned out totally different.
Man, listen.
But God, it's like I always had a guard, and I talk about this in my book too. I always had a guard. It's like I always had a guardian angel. On
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's pretty awesome. So, what is it that you want people to know about Jay Jefferson? What is it that you want them to take away from this interview?
That's a good question.
Outside of purchasing the book, go purchase the book. It's a good read. It's a short read, but very, very good book.
I don't know if I really want. I don't know, Terri, because I'm an introvert.
Yeah.
For real.
You
didn't believe you had to call my brother.
Yeah, I did. That right there was wild to me. I really had to go and get some verification on that because I just didn't see that in you.
I think it's some jewels in the book. I just want you to read the book and take from it what you want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I think what I was trying to. Well, let me say this: the book wrote itself.
Okay.
I didn't write the book. The book wrote itself, and I didn't write the title. The title wrote itself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Halfway through, I was like, dang, Jay, you breaking a lot of rules. I was looking at all the stuff I'm writing. I'm like, Jay, you breaking a lot of rules. Department policies.
Yes, because there was one situation where I think it was another guard told you, hey, you need to get you a shank because, all the prisoners got them. You need to get you one.
We was breaking a lot of, you had to break policy down, Lorton.
Yeah.
It wasn't safe, so I was like, dang, I'm breaking a lot of rules in this book. So I was like, maybe this should be the title.
Well, it
But me
is
breaking the
working out.
breaking the rules kept me safe.
Yeah,
And,
I hear
like I
you.
say, I'm not street, but I'm street smart. And my
Yeah.
street smarts got me through it.
There you
Because
go.
had it not been,
There you
it's a
go.
lot of situations where I know, some correctional officers got killed down.
Yeah, a lot of them got in
Seriously
trouble. I
injured,
used to
stabbed
see the
up.
stories.
Yeah.
You might see on the news that a correctional officer took in drugs, or it was
Yeah.
always some crazy wildness
I
going
had
on.
friends got caught up in that. Matter of fact, I had a guy. We were in the academy together.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say his name, but within
Yeah.
a month, I'm at home. I'm looking at TV, and I'm watching them escorting them out of the prison in handcuffs.
Dang.
And this was like only a month in. Yeah, because they want to approach you. I got approached
Yeah.
not within my first month, and I was just shocked because he was like an ex-Marine,
man,
and within a month he was
on his way to
being
prison.
escorted out. So
Man,
yeah, you had to be like mentally strong.
yeah.
But yeah, what I want people to take away from the book is never judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said,
That's true, because I would have never thought this guy was an introvert. But
yeah, never judge a book by its cover, and just treat people fairly.
Yeah.
I mean, when I see stuff, and me being a police officer, when I
Yeah.
see stuff and I don't think it's right, I'm gonna call it across the board.
Yeah.
I don't show
Yeah.
favoritism. Fair is fair, right is right,
yeah,
wrong is wrong. So
yeah.
I just want people to just read the book and take from it what they want.
All right. All right. I appreciate you coming here. Is there anything well, let me tell you, this part of my little podcast is called The Exchange. That is where you get to ask me a question if you wish to do that. Is there anything you want to ask me?
You told me something. And I was kind of surprised when you told me about you.
Now that's loaded right there.
Terri, I thought you was one of those girls that used to like wreck,
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my soul! I was never that.
When I say that, I thought Terri was like a fighter or something.
Yeah, I'm nothing like that.
And we
And
talked
I
about
guess
that.
yes, we did.
And when you told me that, I was surprised they had it about you, Terri. 'Cause
Yeah.
It sounded like you had a lot of mouth.
No, I do have that.
Yeah.
I do have that. I'm very bold.
So that was my perception of you back then.
I'm very bold in my thinking and my speech. So that probably would make people think that, I'm a rah-rah type person. I want to fight, or I want to, I'm not that at all. And I think that's a misconception that people have, because oftentimes, people will judge me before they get to know me. And I think I come off as, hard and and I'm so not that. I can be, but I'm chilled out. Like I love people, and I love talking, and I love being around folks, and I love music, that, and I love go-go. That's in my blood. That's always going to be a part of me. So you may see me out, you may see me, at some event, but I'm very reserved. My friends will tell you that. But I can have fun too, but I'm most comfortable being at home. I'm most comfortable in my element of decorating and doing things like that. That's where I'm comfortable at. But never been a fighter. I had one fight in my life, and I told you about that. And I won't mention her on I won't mention her on film,
And I'm not even ask you to share what happened.
Man, funny story. I swear it is.
keep
But
that between us.
yeah, thank you,
Yeah.
Jay, for real. Because I don't want to put anybody on blast. But that girl punched me in my face. Shit. Anywho,
I wasn't gonna say
but
it,
she
Terri.
wouldn't do that now, because I'm different now.
Right,
While I'm not a fighter, I will call the police. Anyway, I do appreciate you, man, showing up for me today. And you are my very first guest on the Vibe Exchange with Terri. And I hope you enjoyed your time here. And I was going to say, is there something else that you want to talk about before I close us
No,
out?
I don't. It's nothing else I want to talk about, but it's something I do want to say.
Yeah.
I'm a father.
Yes.
One daughter.
Yes.
I have 3 granddaughters.
Okay.
And I just want to leave with this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Black men, if you have kids out there that you don't have relationships with,
Yes.
man, go and get them kids, man. Go and
Yeah.
form that relationship. They need you. We need you.
Yeah.
You know, and that's gonna be my message.
Yeah.
Every time I
I
get in
like
front of
that.
the
That's an awesome takeaway.
Go get your kids, because if you a friend of mine, you can't be a friend of mine if you're a deadbeat dad.
There you go. And I love that.
I can't respect that.
I love that.
Yeah, so yeah, go get your kids, man.
Well, I'm glad he my friend. Y'all better try to make him your friend. Go take care of your kids.
And I want to end on that note.
All right. I love that, but that's an awesome takeaway. And it is a vibe exchange with Terri. Thank you for tuning in. I hope to see you real soon.
Thanks for having me, too.
Awesome. All right.